Hey guys, today I'm filming another top 3 video, and this is going to be on foundation. So I'm going to show you my top 3 foundations, show you the brushes I like to use to apply them, and also tell you the foundations on my wish list. So I'm just going to jump into it. And I've been wearing the same foundations for a long time. I don't feel the need to have a bunch of different ones in my collection. I find that a little wasteful personally. So I'm just going to get started with my all-time favorite, which is the Revlon Colorstay Liquid Foundation. Mine is the oily combination version, and it is in the shade 150 Buff, which is the second lightest shade, but the lightest shade with yellow undertones. So I really like that Revlon's foundation has a really wide range of colors and different undertones, and I find that this lasts really well on me. I do still get oily when I wear this, and I do need to set it with a powder, but I do find that it works really well, and this is something that I have repurchased multiple times, and I will continue to repurchase. My second foundation is the Revlon Colorstay Whipped in 150 Buff as well, and this is something that I like to wear in the summer because the Colorstay Original is a more full coverage and the Colorstay Whipped is a more medium coverage. And of course that depends on how you apply it, but it is just a really thick milkshake like texture. It's not really like a mousse like the Maybelline Dream Mousse products, but it's just like a thick cream butt on the skin. It does not feel heavy, which is amazing because that's the first thing I thought when I saw this is, wow, that's gonna be cakey and heavy on my skin, and it's really not. And I have a full review on this, but if you apply this with a spatula or with your fingers out of the jar and then apply it to your face and then blend it in with a brush, that will be much better, and it will save a lot of product than it would to stick a brush in there and put on your face, because the brush will soak up a lot of product and you will go through this twice as fast. So my recommendation is use your fingers, or if you're a little germaphobe, use a spatula or a spoon or whatever to scoop out a little bit and then apply it from there, so you're not going to waste as much product. And this has lasted me a really long time. I'm only about halfway through, so this is a foundation I really like. I'm wearing it today actually, and it does not feel heavy on my skin whatsoever, which I think is absolutely wonderful. My last foundation is the CoverGril Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. This is a really good foundation. It's got a matte finish, which I really like. My only problem with this is that this color is too dark for me right now. The lightest shade is too pink. I don't want to buy them both and mix them, because I would rather, instead of buying 2 drugstore foundations, I'd rather just buy one high-end foundation that is my color, you know what I mean? So it's just, or a drugstore foundation that's my color. So I don't really like buying 2 to mix them, because I don't love this one that much. But I know in the summer this is going to look great, because I will get a little bit darker and then this will match perfectly, because when I have worn it, I have really liked it, but I don't want the mask of a darker face and a lighter neck, because my neck is extremely light. So I haven't been wearing this one as much, but if you can see, I've used it down to here, so I had used a good bit of this because I was using it for a couple months. I do love that it has a pump. You can just pump this on the back of your hand, but I personally squeeze a pump onto my fingers, rub them together, and then pat it on my face, just so I'd rather have 2 dirty fingers than one whole dirty messy hand. So I just apply it like that, and those are my top 3 foundations. And I'm going to show you the brushes that I use with them. I use my Soho Beauty Sponge with my 2 liquid foundations. I think that this will shear it out a little bit and make it look a little bit more airbrushed on the skin, and it is now my favorite method for foundation. I think it works really well. And my brush of choice for the Revlon Colorstay Whipped is the Real Techniques buffing brush. That is what I used today. I think, and like I told you, I take it out of the jar with my fingers, apply it to my face, and then buff it into my skin with this brush, and it really makes it look flawless as well. Although you need to clean this a little more often, so because sometimes I find that I get a little bit of brush streaks in it, so I will go back over it with the beauty sponge and just pat over it or like roll over it to get all those lines out of there, and then it looks great. So I really like these two brushes. If you guys have any brush recommendations, let me know. Also, this is the buffing brush. I want to know if you use the Expert Face brush, if you've tried both the buffing brush and the Expert Face brush. I would really like to know your opinion on them, about whether they apply differently, because I do want to try the Expert Face brush, but if they apply exactly the same, I don't want to really like waste my money, even though I'm kind of a brush person now and I want like a zillion. It's crazy. So then for my wish list, it would be the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. I want to try that so bad. I know it's expensive, but I think I would really love it. And I want to try to get to a Sephora in a couple months. Hopefully when I go see my boyfriend, I want to go to his Sephora and see if I can get a sample of it to see how I like it, because I don't want to go and spend all this money on a foundation if I don't really like it, even though I know you can return it, but it's kind of a pain in the butt for me because I don't have a Sephora near me. And then the other foundation that I want to try is actually a BB cream, and that is the Flower Beauty BB cream. I've heard a lot of good things about it from the Beauty Box 1211 and Stamage, and a couple other people have said they really like it, and that it has a matte finish and like a pretty medium to full coverage. So that's something else that I want to try for the summer. So that will be my next purchase. I think I'm going to try to wait until I run out of the Colorstay Whipped before I pick that up, so I don't have too many foundations floating around. But I hope you guys like this. Please leave a comment down below of your favorite foundations and what you like to use to apply them. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.